Hey Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your general monthly reading for March 2019. This is a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. The moon is currently in Sagittarius. Your cards on the table just because I've been through this already. Uh, I can't form a complete sentence to save my life. So that's that. We're gonna try to make this work again. Jesus. Let me just say the retrograde energy is real. I was getting ready to talk about that. We're not gonna talk a whole lot about aspects, but I wanted to mention that our favorite planet, Mercury, is about to retrograde on the 5th, and it stays retrograde until the 28th. We are already strong in the shadow energy, and geez, I think when Mercury moved into Pisces, it had already started in my world. Thing about it is, I love Pisces energy, so even if this energy, is trying to do me wrong, I can't stay mad at it, and I just keep pushing, but I just can't get where I'm trying to go. Either way, yeah, the struggle's real. So it's brain fog. It's the inability to see things clearly. Yada yada yada. It's also nostalgia and empathy and unconditional love and the ultimate self-sacrifice. All of those things that Pisces represents. But it's this energy right now is like trying to live out all of these Pisces situations literally underwater. Ugh, jeez. Okay, let's leave that there and let's go ahead and pull some cards. The first card is the Sun card reversed. It's the 19th major arcana. It's a good card to have in the deck, whether it is upright or reversed. The reverse position just blows a little bit of wind out of the sun's sails, is what I believe. You may be happy but not ecstatic. The successes, you're having them, but maybe they're not as bright and shiny as you thought they would be. You may be feeling a little lack of energy, just a feeling of your vitality or your life force just being a little bit compromised. It's all good though. The sun is shining and shining like a mug. So uh, we all have moments like that, and this is still a blessing of a card to have in your spread. So rock on, Cancer, and keep it moving. The next card is the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, unlike all those things that I just said about Mercury and Pisces and fog brain and blah, 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 this card reversed is the opposite of that. This is seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they really are, not being under the influence of something that's not real or unobtainable. That intoxication is not there anymore. The high, the misleading high. All of that is not with this card. All of that goes away. Now that may not start to happen until after the retrograde is over, and I think it's going to be a slow and steady process. And this could be happening with somebody that you have a close personal relationship with, or it's something that it may be going on solo, but it's going on behind closed doors. It's happening in private. Okay, I thought there was something else I wanted to say about that. Your close personal relationships could be family. Uh, it could also be a romantic partner, because a lot of times those things go on behind closed doors. or your romantic partner, you know, lives in your home. So nonetheless, it's a close personal relationship. If it's just not you, just, you know, dealing with things that have been coming up in your subconscious that you could not, you know, you knew something was up, but you couldn't put your finger on it. Those are the things that you start to see a bit clearer. There's dealings with fear and anxiety in this position. And I don't mean the card being reversed. I mean in this position. This position is the moon position. So all those things that we associate with the moon. This card says, I see things clearly now. I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to feel anxious. I'm not living in a dream. Okay. This is also about, the moon position is also going to talk a little bit, or a lot of bit, about psychic ability and stuff like that. You start to see what's up. The next card is the Hierophant. You know, the card in the traditional Rider-Waite deck shows a dude who's a pope or a preacher or, I don't know, or something, but he represents basically the traditional church, the traditional ways to worship, religion, and he can sometimes use fear tactics, like what do they call it? Was it hell and damnation? You know, when they scare you with you going to hell, and you know the devil is the devil. That can be the energy of the Hierophant in the upright position in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. It could also talk about marriage and stuff like that. This could be somebody who's going to presides over the wedding. I don't know if presides is the right word, but I think you get it. In this case, though, in this position, this card is saying that you are thinking about the way you connect to spirit, the way you see the universe and your higher power, your creator, your God, whatever it is that you choose to call him, how you seek your peace, well-being, balance. But she's meditating. She's got the mudras going on. So for the card in this deck, what is considered abnormal is normal for her now. And I feel like this is what your thoughts are around. You don't need a big congregation. If you could touch one or two people, you're very happy. And I think that is it's probably the best idea right now, to keep your circle small with these dealings and the way you practice, because everybody's not going to understand, especially with the position that this card is in, like in the workplace, in your professional dealings. Everybody is not going to understand where you're coming from. So right now probably is the time to just keep it cute, just between you and you know, some people that you trust. The next card is the Chariot. This is movement forward with willpower and confidence. If I hadn't said already, this is the 5th major arcana and this is the 7th major arcana. We got two back to back right there, and they are interacting with one another. The way I think that you feel about your spiritual life and your spiritual self, the way that you think about things and perceive things now is going to give you that willpower and confidence to move forward through any adversity that lies ahead of you. You're going to plow through that shit because you feel strong in what you believe. And you don't need a lot of people to believe it with you. Now, the other thing is, this could be because this position talks about romantic relationships. This is the Venus position. So this could be marriage for some of you. The Chariot represents home. Whether it's your home of origin or the home that you create as an adult for you and your own offspring. So some of you could be getting married here real soon. There could be some movement forward with how you earn your money. Some of you might be starting that at home, you know, working from home, or maybe you're running your business out of your home, but you know there are going to be some struggles and some obstacles, but you are good on that. You got it, and you can move forward successfully. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's move on to the next card. The next card is the Eight of Swords reversed. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped. When it's in the upright position, it's, you know, feeling trapped, like you can't escape. You can't escape your own thoughts. You feel vulnerable. You're not sure what to think or how to think it. Man, that's not about to be an issue for you. If it is, the month of March is really turning things around. Even though, I don't know if you can see this, she's blindfolded and her hands are bound. She feels the barriers around her, but what she doesn't know is that she can squeeze out of any of these little openings that she wants to. Her broom and her hat is right there, and she can get the hell out of there. She's got to perform some kind of little magic act to just get out of those ties, though. I don't know how. We can't see whether or not they are inescapable, but it's reversed, so this is an escapable situation. You won't allow yourself to feel paranoid or fear or feel vulnerable to other people's assumptions about you. And I think that is because you know how to go about this. Now, I just said keeping your circle small, you know, not really discussing what it is that you got going on with your spirituality. But the way that these cards are coming up, Cancer, I get the feeling that you don't really care what anybody else thinks about how you do you. You may have had some fears about it at first, some concerns about it. But, you know, excuse me for saying don't tell nobody, because you don't look like you give two damns about how somebody feels about the way you think and how you do what you do. You know, I say go. Rock on. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift from the universe. It's new resources. It could be in addition to your finances. This is the position of luck and acquisition. This is also a position of spirituality and philosophy, as this position is ruled by Jupiter. So whatever card is laid down in this position, those energies are going to be expanded even. So you can really turn 5 into the 10 with this one. If you are looking to pursue something new, maybe further your education. And you have been wondering about the resources or how you're going to finance that or get that done. It looks like that something could come up for you to support whatever it is that you're trying to do. This is a great card to have, and you know, that's a great position for it to be in. The next card is, what's this? I cannot see. The Five of Cups. I cannot see. Give me a second. It's too dark in here. What is that? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the Five of Cups, and it was in the reverse position. Oh man, you're not messed up about none of it anymore. You are not heartbroken, crying over spilled milk. You are moving on and not caring what nobody thinks. I feel like there has been some sort of lesson learned on how to change your perspective about things. This can be a position of restriction and obstacles and things like that. But I said right here, you know that that's going to be a thing. And you got that covered. The other thing that this position can do for you is help you just act like a grown-up. Help you follow the rules, be committed, understand the procedures, and just doing things the right way, the mature way, the grown-up way. I feel like whatever happened, because there was once heartbreak, and the Five of Cups says that. I'm not messed up about it anymore. This is in the Saturn position, and Saturn is about karma. Whatever lesson it was that, or that it is that you're going to learn in the month of March, is a very karmic one. This was a long time coming. The last card is, interestingly enough, this is the outcome card, is the Death card reversed. It's the 13th major arcana. All right, well, that's interesting, because what that says at the end of the day is that you might be still hanging on to some old habits, some old ways of being. Despite all of this that's going on, ultimately it seems that there's still something that you won't let go. There's still that something that you won't let die. And it has to. Wow. This is a Scorpio card. Now, you know what? That could be the case, or well, you know, I'm feeling like this card could be talking about your journey into the dark, scary parts. Maybe that is where you're headed. And the thing about it is, you have to spend time in the dark. Figure out what's going on in the dark in order to know how to function in the light. This stuff is going on whether you want to embrace it, accept it, acknowledge it, or not. There's a duality to everything. If you are on a particular path, I'm feeling like all of this is necessary growth and strength and change of perspective and resources and all of those things that you're going to need to either eventually move completely away from the ties that bind, or to take this journey into those dark, murky places that most people don't want to go. Okay, that's the way I see it, Cancer. If anybody would like to get a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box. You can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for giving this video a chance, and I hope to talk to you again next month.